That's right. I mean, gosh, it's just hard to predict like what's going to become the most valuable collectible item in 20, 40 years from now, from this era of NFT craziness. In the meantime, everybody's just flipping everything already to their future value. Like, you couldn't go buy Cabbage Patch Kids cards for $100,000 when you were a kid. I think it's just ridiculous. NFTs already have utility. The ones where the huge gains are happening, look, people are selling art and they're selling NFTs just fine. But the collectible craze and this crazy flipping thing going on, yeah, that's out of hand. Although I will say that there's probably a lot of money in crypto for paying for NFTs. So possibly more than the art world. I'm not sure. I have to do a par and par comparison. Probably not, because the freaking Vatican buys art and shit like that. But yeah, remember the garbage pail kids? Jesus, yes. But anyway, I forget what I was saying, and let's get into the market. We've got 24 minutes to go. I'm gonna pop up the TikTok too, and then we'll get on top of this morning market today. From the looks of it, I feel like tech is going to do well today, either hold strong or go up. And SPY and industrials are going to go down, edge down. That's my best guess this morning. The pattern I'm seeing. That's crazy. Wow, that's awesome, Kelly. All right, so anyway, what I was saying is that I believe that the market's going to go pretty much sideways / grinding down a little bit today. We'll have some breakout leaders in tech, I think, possibly lifting up a little bit. We've got oil hanging out around $79, trading sideways. Can you guys hear me all right? I feel like this mic is a little weak. There we go. So energy, industrials, financials, base materials, all having a bad day, all red today, a pullback day if you want to call it. But everything else looking like it's going to either hold or have some leaders break away and run today. The VIX is holding at about 16, which is good, nice and tame. And what else on the metrics here? Lately, growth has been way outperforming value the last couple days. Growth way outperforming value. So that'd be tech versus utilities. And then Bitcoin is about 60,000, but again, it hit about 58,500 again, just like last night. In the middle of the night, hit 58,500. You guys can be picking up some Bitcoin at 58,500 on each of those dips, and then just selling them at like 64,000. You just keep doing that over and over, leaving a little bit on if you want, to keep a core position. All right, and then on the radar this morning we have RMTI, Go EV, SPI, PROG, looking the best of the bunch. CEI, ZSAN, Lucid, not really. GGPI, not really. Rivian, not really. They've all sort of crapped out in the last hour. This one, Mullen, MLULN, AVGR, which was at 0.7 and is now at almost at $1. APWC and ENSC. Between those, PROG looks pretty good, and perhaps CEI. Build the map. Hi, Evan. Did your wife? Oh, Larry asks, did my wife pass her test? Yes, she did. She got 100%, Larry. She did really good. And then the other day, somebody asked a very good question. Let me roll up. Ben T. How do you decide between a swing trade and a day trade? So that's a very interesting question because it's probably, common to beginners. And it shows to me, as someone with lots of experience, I see that question and I understand that you don't understand about trading yet. And it's good that, someone like myself can just simply tell you that. It's really demystifies everything. You don't have to wait like a year and a half, 5 years to finally go, oh, shoot. What the fuck is this shit? I think I don't know what I'm doing. No, I can help you out right at the beginning of your journey. If you ask the question, what's the difference between a swing trade and a day trade? It tells me that the reason you get into trades is not because of their setups. It's not because the probabilities are looking good. It's not because the trend it's in trend and you want to get some of that. It's not because you have a plan, you have an entry and a trade management and an exit plan. It's because of some arbitrary tip. You heard some bird talking in your ear and you're like, okay, sprinkle some money there. And, if you're up, you believe that that's how stock trading works. And if you're down, you probably won't invest anymore in your life. But anyway, that's the real issue here. That's what I see with that question. What's the difference between a swing trade and a day trade? Somebody asks that. It tells me that they don't understand setups and probabilities and patterns and how the market works. The market doesn't go down. It hasn't gone down over the last 300 years. It's gone up. So you have this propensity, this probability that whatever you get into is going to go up. But you just have to understand what setups, what situations, what visual charts look like in the situations where that is occurring. Because charts that go down are not charts that go up. And, it sounds simple, but, for beginners, that's a big, going to be a big realization, starting to read charts. And read charts is where you're going to have to start to begin and to understand setups. So anyway, a swing trade will present a setup on a daily chart or maybe an hourly chart, but like a daily chart and possibly a weekly or a monthly chart. I mean, that would be crazy with the monthly chart. That'd be a very wide swing, but most ideally, the daily chart where every candlestick is a day. Swing trades. Day trades are going to set up on something like the 5-minute chart, the 2-minute chart, the 1-minute chart, maybe the 30-minute chart, the 1-hour chart, the 15-minute chart, intraday. And so you're going to see visually something going on and that logically has logic to it. And you got to learn. You got to learn about chart reading and pivot point reading and candlestick reading and pattern reading in order to and some technical analysis to understand if there's an opportunity in something or not. And everything's about risk reward and probabilities, and nothing is like a for certain, like a yes or a no decision on the stock market. It's not that kind of a situation. It's like, I don't know what a good analogy is, but a good analogy is poker. I mean, I used to play poker, so it's odds and probabilities, and it's a statistical machine. So, for instance, Ford may be going up, right? So someone says, "Boy, Ford is going up. You should get some." So you get some, and it goes down. That's what you say. You tell the guy, "You motherfucker, it went down," and he said, "Well, yeah, today." And then you're like, well, what do you mean? Yeah, overall it's going up, but things don't just go up. They zigzag back and forth. It's a very statistical journey, So Anyway, that was a good question yesterday, and I wanted to answer that. Let's go W for her. With interest rates rising, what is your views as to why we are not seeing more of an uptick in financials? We probably are, Michael. It's just it's just pullback time. Give it some fucking time. Have some patience. Give it 3 months, man. It's been what 3 days. There's the market's got a lot to work out. It's not just what's running with interest rates. It's got a lot to wring out. I mean, you have to think of the market as this big fuzzy probability ball, and you just got in at the top of the ball, and now you're moving down to the bottom of the ball, right? But overall, that ball is moving up over time, right? What's happening in it is just inner movement. There's nothing you can do about it. It's called, like in our trading, we call it the path of victory, but there's like this buffer range that stocks just wiggle around in. And you have to think about that like that. The ball is constantly moving up, but the stuff inside of it is bouncing all around. And so you've got to give things time. What's happening with Rivian, and will it go up? Who gives a shit? Basically, if it fell 20 points, you don't want to be in it, right? And now it's at like 158, right? If it starts going up, get in it. If it doesn't, don't. Trading is very simple once you get right down to it. You don't need to guess. You don't need to, have hypotheses. I mean, it does help to have like a thesis, so you have either an up or a down direction you're going to take. But in general, just whatever it's doing, that's what it's doing. I wish it could be more complex than that. And we could bring out little crystal balls and everything and throw some bones on the table and do some voodoo. But no, if something's going up, just get in it, stay in it. When it stops going up and it goes down, get out. Pretty easy stuff. So with Rivian, I'm not going to make any predictions. Let's just trade this stuff and make money. I mean, if Rivian isn't where the money's at, then don't put your money there. Bobby says, wherever you go, there you are. Who said that? There was somebody famous that said that. Oh, it was the Puck, the hockey player. So anyway, we've got 13 minutes to the market open. Thoughts on the crash? Well, there's no crash. Thoughts on a crash, an impending crash? Make sure you have some gold. Make sure you have some crypto. Make sure you're highly diversified in your portfolio across many, many different kinds of assets like real estate, corporate bonds, treasuries, foreign equities, foreign corporate bonds, municipal bonds, foreign municipal bonds. Get yourself well diversified. And that's about as protected as you can get. Put yourself in some oil, gold, crypto. Jamal says, thoughts on the fourth turning. Yeah, just go to my TikTok. On PROG, so we're watching PROG closely. Right now it's pulling back to the, on the 2-minute chart, it's pulling back to the, I think that's the 20 moving average on my chart. Here, let me look over here. But it's been pretty much following and bouncing off of the 200 moving average on the 2-minute chart all along the way. So PROG probably going to continue to make a little bit of progress today. Thoughts on GME? No, there's no really good thoughts on that. GME, boy, that's like pretty old at this point. It's basically settled into the price that it wants to be at, 207, which I'm sure anyone will say is grossly overvalued unless, well, I mean, who knows what they'll do with with the company, but they sell popcorn. Oh, that's probably going to continue to equalize over time. If you're looking for a place to make money or quick money, maybe you should go to Vegas. But on the stock market, that's a quick recipe for losing your money. No matter how much money you make, you will lose all your money playing games like that on the stock market. So, and believe me, I always say, always listen to a hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite because I've done that. I've done what I'm telling you not to do. I always tell people, always listen to a hypocrite because they know why that's wrong. And so anyway, yeah, don't be playing silly games on the stock market with your real money. Stop it. And if you want to learn how to trade properly, come join our trading community. In my profile is the website. Hey, thanks, man. Somebody says your setup is nuts. Well, that's just what you can see this way. This way, I've got 4 screens right here, and these other 2 over here. And I've got a couple boxes of more screens I got to actually set up. I've just been tired and lazy since I had COVID. I've been trying to resuscitate. I actually started to get my cough back again, which kind of sucks. Be big. Any thoughts? Let's see. Okay, disregard Pfizer news. Yeah, perhaps. Maybe it's a rumor. Be big. Be big is not like Be big is just a pump and dump. So there's nothing there for you. Hymns also pump and dump. Nothing there for you. So this is what happens is, these guys pick up a tip somewhere. Be big, hymns, whatever it is. Then they come here and they ask me, an expert, what do I think of it? Like that's going to make them a hero. No. Stop listening to morons, number one, and stop asking me if morons' picks are any good. Please. Like what I'd like to see is someone bring me a good stock. Someone just said Target. There you go. There's something. How about Target? Someone says, and that's a legitimate stock. And Target looks like it's breaking out of a cup and handle last 2 days at 263 and is now around hit 269 all-time high and looks good for a potential swing. Yeah, it's kind of here nor there as it breaks out of that level. I have a feeling it's going to pull back one more time before really, really breaking out further. AVGR, if you guys want to get in, it's 96 breakout happening right now for 7 cents of risk. There you go. AVGR finally happened. Something finally getting near the break point here pre-market. PROG will be looking for a break of $6 for the preemptive for pre-entry. No, not Pfizer. Hey, Evan, what do you think about NFTs? We were talking about that literally right at the beginning of the program. It is what it is. As far as, flipping collectibles, it is what it is. And then NFT, the concept is not going anywhere. It's an authentication system. So, there'll definitely be a place for that. I don't think anyone really gives a shit whether or not, in the end, after the metaverse really gets going, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, everybody's in the metaverse. We're all interacting in there, and you have Disney golden Mickey Mouse on your desk in your metaverse, in your VR. I don't think anyone's going to really, in the end, really care whether or not that's an authenticated original or whether it's just a digital thing because you love Mickey Mouse, golden Mickey Mouses. So I don't think it's going to have quite as much value as people are putting into it preemptively right now. I think 99 out of 100 people are just going to grab the copy and just put the copy in their room or whatever it is they are hanging out in VR. AVGR, we're watching it right now. Yeah, that was the break. I don't know if anybody got in it. That reminds me. Let me pull up another scanner here so we don't miss any opportunities. RJ, are you here? Host invites you to go live together. I don't know if she has 3 online. I'm sorry, but that's too few. Yes, I can only be reserved for people who have thousands of viewers. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Or if you're a friend. RJ is Randy Appling Jr. We didn't know that. Randy Appling Jr., the cowboy, the son of the gunslinger. Oh, I didn't know. We had no idea, RJ. No wonder you're such a good shot. I don't think any of us really knew. So it's Randall Appling Jr. It's nice to have you here this morning with us. Oh, good. So everybody's been changing their names to the real names plus Discord. All right, here, do that some more. There you go, you guys. Get that all set up. VRAR. All right, let me get that pulled up here, and then I'm gonna put this on my other screen. Oh, so anyway, RJ and a couple of other of you, maybe Jamal, maybe Jamal, and possibly Emma. Although Emma, I don't know. I don't know if we should give Emma this this power, but I have, because Emma, she trades whatever the fuck she wants. I have been experimenting and practicing with something called scalp to core trading. And what I'm finding is that it's not possible unless you are a master of pivot point trading, a master of key psychological levels, a master of master of breakouts, a master of raising stops, cutting, etc. But it does take our trading to the next level, next level. Like, if once you're an expert at our systems and our strategies, with this you can get to the kind of next level where you're actually scalping on top of the trade, and yet it's all part of the same trade. And of course, you need a unlimited pattern day trading account to do that. No, Jamal, maybe I'll just like touch on it in class on Thursday, but probably I'll teach it in a class on Thursday in a few more weeks. Yeah, it's really good because and we've got 2 minutes of the market open, but here it is in summary, is that the scalping up to that the scalping that you do along the way while you're waiting for your position to actually make those moves that we love creates money, income, and gains, right? Over and over and over and over and over and over, and it just keeps getting on the pile, and that creates this nice little like buffer for you against your trade. Definitely advanced. Definitely very advanced. No, it's not. For us, it's pretty active. So that's something that people can. It's something that, you know, 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 people can. it's part of the upgrade path, part of the path of their journey. And then I'm happy to show you what I know about it as soon as I'm a master of it myself, as soon as I got enough experiences with it myself. But it's looking pretty damn tasty. All right, we've got 58 seconds to the market open. Somebody's promoting. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to be too much spamming in the TikTok. All right, 30 seconds to the market open. And we've got AVGR with a stop at 0.9 if anybody's in it. Watch your stop. That 1% calculation was down to the stop of 0.9. Oh, and risk management and sizing and trade management on sizing. It's like you put it all together and you have to think about it in real time. And this is for like ultra advanced. Here we go. 2 seconds to the market open. Right, let's see what we have here. S&P on a down tick right now. PROG flushing out at this moment. No triggers as of yet. AVGR nicely holding. Didn't flush and crap out on you. Rivian coming up. It's about 165. Whoever was asking that in the TikTok stream, maybe you'll be happy to know that Rivian is dead cat bouncing a little bit. Uber CEO increased shares owned by 20% last night. Interesting. I'm watching VRAR also. VRAR. And it looks like PROG is about to break out. Here comes the breakout on PROG for 40 cents of risk. And there's the entry on PROG, break over $6 for 40 cents of risk. Lizard guys from Monsters Inc. Oh, that's funny. You made me think of from what was that the time? Then they remade the TV series with Will Ferrell and the time lost, land that time forgot or something. And those lizard thing, the slinks. Where's GJ? You mean RJ? RJ's in our group. GJ. I don't know. Maybe that's what it's. Land of the Lost. Thank you. Land of the sleeve stacks. Yeah. Sleeve stacks. Really great. I used to watch that show when I was a kid. I don't know if that was the era, if it was a rerun or replay, but that would have been like early 80s. Okay, PROG 50% pulled back on that breakout. Your stop will be 560, I believe is what we said. So 40 cents of risk from $6. And we're hoping that it will make it up and over the 640 pre-market high. So see, RJ, at this point, I've already scalped 3 trades on PROG and created this cash bucket. and yet I'm still holding some. So you get this core that you're building also. Yes, that's right. Yep. I got it at 565, sold at 6 and 620. I still have a core position that I'm holding, and then you just do that over and over, round and round, round and round, round and round. But you need a fast system and 25,000 plus for the day trading, pattern day trading account. Okay, watch your stops. 560. On PROG. CEI not going where we need it to go. The market in general red, and the Q is actually doing a little bit worse than I expected. So today may be just red day. Well, there goes Apple actually. Apple taking off, about to break 152. If you want to get in for a dollar of risk, that's fine. Stop at 151. Apple. So there's that tech move that I was expecting from the tech leaders. There it is. A returning member, Michael Brewington. Welcome. Otherwise known as M balls. I don't know. Everybody's got their username. Randall Appling Jr. Yeah, Mulan, whatever the hell it is, has turned up and around the other direction. You could take a breakout at 16 for about $2 a risk, it looks like. Watch your stop on PROG. Yeah, $2 a risk if it breaks 16 on Mulan. MULN. Rivian's going down. That's not my prediction. That's what's actually happening. So CRJ now. Okay, you guys got to exit PROG. Proggy. The VIX is going up. Market going down. So what I was going to say, RJ, is on that dip, that's for the scalping method. That's where I bought 540. I think, if you're interested, RJ, and anybody who's one of the better traders in here, just shoot me a private message and I'll get you some extra resources so that by the time we talk about it, you already know what the hell we're talking about. Maybe, Marty. Bet. Always skeptical of Faraz. He says Roblox is going crazy. Sure, yeah, and Smurfs are jumping up and down on your coffee table. No, but Roblox does look pretty strong. Uh, Roblox just broke out of yesterday's high, so you could potentially get either, yeah, you could get in there, but it would be for quite a bit of risk, about $6 of risk. Where would you have to stop out? 117, $4 of risk on Roblox if you want to get in here for a day trade on Roblox, but that's assuming $8 a gain, so I'm not too excited about that trade. Oh, perfect, Chris. Yeah, that's the way to go. Same. Progress is progress. KZR halted. Okay, let's take a look at that. First halt. Wow on KZR. Holy moly. That went from 11 to 13 like a rocket. I don't know what it's going to do from there, but this is the first halt, I believe. First halt, I think, on KZR. It'll be coming out of the halt in 3 minutes. We'll see what happens. Looking for things coming up and around. SPI, possibly making this move here. Okay, if SPI can break 735, you can get in for 75 cents roughly of risk. Breakout early entry 735. So RJ, I'm already up 2R on PROG just by scalping. $103 call rocking it. Yes. I know you're going to dig it, but you got to get yourself a $25,000 account together. Ought to be there, huh? Soon. That's good, Jamal. Yeah. Uh-huh. Jamal says he's been doing half risk for early entries and low probabilities. Excellent. That's something you can absolutely do. I'm up like 4R now on PROG, just scalping. It's not even going in the right direction, and we already got stopped out on our typical play. But scalp-wise, it's an opportunity. What was I going to say? TRT, I got to look at that. Nice for us. Danielle, thank you. Yeah, I think, maybe if I can develop it into something at the retail consumer level, beginner level, let's just call it, then we'll modify our system, but I don't think so. Okay, KZR is trading again. If you want to grab it for like $1 of risk, maybe that'll be enough. There it goes. It's hitting 14. 1410. Going crazy. KZR. TRT and Roblox pulled back. TRT is another one we're watching. And KZR pulled back. Next breakout, it's at 427 on KZR for 65 cents of risk. So basically, 75 cents, 60 cents of risk is probably the risk unit, correct risk unit over on KZR. It's pulling back. VRAR is not going to be doing anything, it looks like. Let me put one up, ODT, which seems to be hopping. Bing. TJX. Did you want that information, Paul, like as a day trade or swing trade? What was that breakout? Could have been Apple still going, but there may have been a breakout that I missed here. Was CEI. There's the breakout on CEI for about 15 cents a risk. Thank you very much, Randy. Nicholas, are you here? Okay. Yes, I'm Heat. Remember like a week or two or three ago, I had to leave really quickly, and then you said, "Oh man, we know what that is," and I said that I would tell you what happened, and we forgot. I forgot to tell you. Wasn't that you, Nick? Anyway, I had eaten something bad my wife gave me. I have no idea, but it was not good. And literally, I just went to the other side of my desk off screen and just had to. You get the idea. Purge. It wasn't that bad, but I didn't swallow that thing, thank God. But it was. I caught it before it went down. I think it was like some old meat or old cheese or something. Yes, she did. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Yeah, no, she got 100%. She did really, really well. Thank you. She goes on Friday to get her certificate and be sworn in as a American human being, American citizen. America, amazing stuff. Yeah, Nicholas, I know, man. Yeah, I know. We really should. I had a bit of eggnog last night. I know, man. That was pretty impressive, right? You didn't even need to know a lot of that stuff. I'm like, in what year was there a stock market crash that led to the Great Depression? And she's like, I think like what, 1930, 1929? Yeah, that's exactly like pretty much right because it was kind of both, but 1929. I could have asked her what caused the stock market crash of 1929, and she would have told you. SPI getting proggy. Yeah, that was that breakout 735 on SPI. Did anybody get that for? I don't remember what the risk level we said was. I'm gonna zoom up to it now. CEI continuing. That looks good. SPI. Zoom up to that. Looks like that would have been 75 cents of risk. SPI. In at 7.3, very nice. Okay. And on those kinds of stocks, you want to be taking profits underneath every 25, on those level of stocks, you want to be taking profits every 25 cent, underneath every 25-cent level. Jamal, you might actually, the way you handle risk and stuff, you might also definitely be ready for this. But you need to have a lot of exit techniques and take profit techniques, tool belt. You need to be like fully loaded. Blaze or Braze? Braze is going to start trading today. It is halted because it hasn't started trading yet. Blaze is halted up. Okay. All right. And this ODT didn't go anywhere. KZR is pulling way back. Something. What was that? Probably Blaze. Yeah. TRT coming up for a re-break and run. 944 breakout would be for 60 cents of risk. 945. TRT. Trading 163% volume on the day already, relative volume. By the end of the day, that could be 1,000%. Okay, Jamal, yeah. We'll be coming out of the halt on Blaze in about 1 minute. And BRAZE is trading again. It's not very hot. I don't know why it halted. Well, maybe it'll get hot again. If it breaks 35.24 currently, you'd be able to get in for $2 of risk. BRAZE, here it comes, 35.24. You can get it for $2 of risk if it breaks that, 35.25. Possibly some movement on iPoint. BRAZE getting really close to the breakout. 35.25 is what we're looking for. For $2 of risk. BRAZE, there it is. There's the breakout on BRAZE. BLZE. Take profits underneath every dollar level on BRAZE as they come by. At iPoint real quick. There goes BRAZE hitting 36.20. Okay, iPoint is running. Don't know what it's going to do today. If you want to get into iPoint at this moment, it's $1 of risk. Yeah, for us. What are we talking about? Look at Rivian. Oh my good lord. It's all the way down to 145 almost now. That's from 180. Nearly a 35-point drop already. Huge. What a huge drop on Rivian. Basically a 20% drop. Apparently so. Apparently there was, Justin. Oh, TRT, is it Trio Tech? Yes, it is Trio Tech. Yeah, I believe so, Torso. That's what it says on my screen, Trio Tech. But sometimes even Thinkorswim has things mislabeled. I know, unbelievable, right? Britain, Jesus. You missed the big short the second big short opportunity. The first one was to break down at like in the 170s. This one's to break down below the 150s. My God. So if you want iPoint for $1 of risk. Yeah, the market is red today, as I suspected. Let me take a look at it on the daily chart here. Okay, but it's still above yesterday's low. So technically, the shit has not hit the fan yet. If we break yesterday's low, that's bad. And but all it might mean is that we're just going to consolidate up here at the top for a while. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go into a downtrend. That wouldn't be until it breaks 462. So when SPY breaks 462 in the next few days, if it does, then we go into shorting SPY panic mode. People will not like that. That level break would not be good. Justin Pignon, a Netflix for a day trade, probably already too late for that, in my opinion. Unless it's running, which maybe it is. Anybody in AVGR, you should have got out at 0.9. BRAZE is not continuing. If BRAZE drops below 34, that would definitely be some weakness that I would de-risk. Right, KZR on an epic crap out. Oh, good job, Jamal. Thanks. What was I going to say? Netflix. I want to take a look at it. So Netflix hit 700 this morning after opening at 688. Ran all the way to 700, basically 701, and then pulled back. PROG is crapping out now. PROG is flipping bearish. And RJ and Jamal, thank you very much, whoever just threw me all those coins. Thank you. Was that Jeff Hansen? Thank you very much, man. Jamal and RJ and whoever else is feeling they're at that level. That's exactly one of the things you need to have in your tool belt. When these things flip bearish, when these things flip bullish, when they flip sideways, there's going to be so many things you have to think about in order to do the scalping to a core position. KZR is a piece of shit, Mike says. Yes. Stop was pretty much at 13 for us, and it's just crapping. Just get out because you got to recover these losses. That's really what you got to think about. You need to get out when you're supposed to get out, and if it's getting worse, you need to get out because you need to make back these losses. And you're not going to make it back in a KZR. Why would you get in now to make back your money? So that's why you cut now. So you can go put it in something else that looks like you can make back your money on. So people, they get themselves stuck in these things because they think, well, if I just hold on, maybe in the future I'll have more money in KZR. And maybe, but at the moment it doesn't look like it. So why be in it, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, good deal. But philosophically, that's where that is, I think. PROG really dropping. Even with it dropping as it did. JG. Ooh, look at JG go. JG for like 10 cents of risk seems to be running. I don't think getting in now is a very good idea. It's pretty vertical. This is the end of the move, of a move. Yeah, KZR, yeah. But I mean, like, a lot of those are doing that. Like, look at Rivian. Jesus, you could say that about AVGR. It seems to be like probably 70 or 80% of these morning hype stocks just sell off during the day. Let me see. I mean, it seems to be still bullish, right? Roblox, not sure. You could be in it long um, for us as long as it's still bullish. But otherwise, I would not get in it if it's not at this moment for the day trade. All right, guys, I think we're grasping at straws. There wasn't a lot of huge opportunities this morning. I don't want to get you over trading. That's not the right thing to do. So that's going to be it for the session today. And I hope you enjoyed the morning session. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. Hit me up in the Discord with anything. If you had any gains or losses you want to share, post them in Post Your Gains or Post Your Pains. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.